All right, let's get right into it. So you're thinking about a career that literally builds the world around you? Well, we're going to pull back the curtain on the official curriculum for the National Certificate in Civil Engineering right here in Zimbabwe. Think of this as your roadmap, your blueprint to figuring out exactly what this is all about, what you're going to learn, and seriously, where it can take you.
So, do you want to help build the future of Zimbabwe? I mean, that's a huge question, right? But honestly, it's the very core of this career path. Every time you drive on a new road, or see a new building go up, or even just turn on your tap, you're seeing the work of civil engineers in action. This isn't just a job. It's about making a real physical difference to the country's backbone, its infrastructure.
And you know what the best part is? Getting started is way more straightforward than you might think. We're talking about just 1 year. 1 year of focused learning that gets you a certificate that actually means something across the nation. This is it. This is your first solid step, your foundation, for a career that literally shapes the world we live in.
All right, so let's dig a little deeper into this opportunity. What's this course really designed to do? And more importantly, who is it for?
Okay, first things first. This isn't some random course you find online. This is the real deal. It's officially sanctioned by the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education. You see that seal? That means this certificate has serious weight. It's credible, it's recognized everywhere in the country, and it means you've met a national standard. It's a qualification with genuine authority behind it.
So, what's the end goal here? This certificate is designed to make you an assistant civil engineering technician. And what does that actually mean on the ground? Well, think of it this way. You're the crucial person who connects the big ideas on the blueprint to the actual work happening on the construction site. You're the one who can look at those complicated drawings, understand exactly what they mean, and help make sure everything gets built correctly and efficiently. You're essential.
All right, so you're thinking, this sounds good. How do I get in? Let's talk about the entry requirements. And you'll see, they've really designed this to be accessible to a lot of people.
And this is where things get really interesting. Check this out. There are 2 different ways to get in. You've got the standard path, which is what you might expect. 5 O-levels, including English, maths, and a science subject. Pretty standard. But then there's the modular path, and honestly, this is a total game changer. You don't need any O-levels to get started. No, really. You can just sign up for 1 module at a time, you pass it, you get a part certificate for it, and you just keep stacking them up until you have the full qualification. It's an incredibly flexible way to get there at your own speed.
Okay, so now that we know how to get in, let's look at the really good stuff, what you're actually going to learn. This is the blueprint for your entire skill set. So the whole course is basically built on 3 main pillars. First up, you have your foundation skills. This is stuff everyone needs, like how to communicate in a workplace. Super important. Then you get into the nitty-gritty, the technical engineering stuff. We're talking about structural engineering, road design, the real core of the job. And finally, they round it all out with the practical and professional skills. Things like site admin, safety and health, all the stuff that makes you actually ready to walk onto a job site from day one.
And how long does all this take? Well, the whole program is built around 1080 notional hours. Now, what does that mean? It's basically the total amount of learning time, everything from lectures to hands-on work. And it's all typically packed into 1 single calendar year. So yeah, it's a really focused, concentrated year of learning.
Okay, so you're putting in all this work. How do they actually measure your success? How do you pass? Let's break down how you're tested.
Now this is something you've really got to pay attention to. Look at that breakdown. A huge 60% of your final grade, 60%, comes from continuous assessment. That means the day-to-day practical work you do all year long is actually more important than that one big final exam. It's all about proving what you can actually do, not just what you can cram for a test.
So what goes into that 60%? Well, it's a mix of things. You're going to be doing hands-on, practical assignments, you'll have written work to do, and yeah, there will be some in-class tests along the way. It's designed to make sure you're being graded on everything, from the theory in your head to the skills in your hands. And you have to see this. This quote right here, this says so much about how the program is set up. It says, a candidate is given no time limit in which to rewrite the failed modules. Think about that. If you struggle with a subject and don't pass, there's no deadline hanging over your head to redo it. The whole system is built to help you succeed, not to kick you out. It takes so much pressure off and lets you actually focus on mastering the material. That is just incredibly supportive.
So you've done it. You've put in the hours, you've passed the tests, and you've got that certificate in your hand. Now what? What's the destination? Where does this piece of paper actually take you in the real world? And this is probably one of the most important things to understand.
This curriculum wasn't just made up by some people in an office. It was developed with the help of the biggest players in the industry. We're talking about the Ministry of Transport, the University of Zimbabwe, NUST, the National Water Authority, even the industry groups like CIFOS and the Institute of Engineers. They all had a say.
So what does that mean for you? It means that everything you learn in this course is exactly what the top companies and government bodies are looking for. It's what they said they need. So when you walk out with this certificate, you're holding a qualification that the people doing the hiring already know, already respect, and already value. That's huge.
So, are you ready? Are you ready to lay the foundation, not just for your own future, but for Zimbabwe's too? Because when you really think about it, this certificate is so much more than just a piece of paper. It's your ticket to building a solid career for yourself, while at the same time, literally building the nation. It's a foundation for you, and it's a foundation for the future of Zimbabwe.